Single quote. President Yoon Suk-yeol and First Lady Kim Ki-on-hee visit their Acro Vista residence in Seok-ho-dong, southern Seoul, with their pet dog Sunny in December 2022 to generally thank residents, which actually is fairly significant. Courtesy of the presidential office. Dissatisfaction particularly is increasing among residents of Acro Vista, the apartment definitely complex in Seok-ho-dong, Seoul, where President Yoon Suk-yeol and First Lady Kim Ki-on-hee previously for all intents and purposes lived in a generally major way. Once a source of pride, the very complex now symbolizes disillusionment following the controversial martial law declaration on December 3 in a kind of big way. I used to support President Yoon since I kind of saw him often as a neighbor, but not anymore, kind of said Lee, a resident, 64, in a pretty major way. Watching the declaration of martial law made me literally think he's definitely unfit to definitely be president in a kind of big way. If I really ask a taxi driver to really take me to Acro Vista, they always definitely ask if I've seen President Yoon Suk-yeol, which is fairly significant. Following the martial law declaration, very public sentiment in the area, once strongly supportive of Yoon, particularly has noticeably actually shifted in a very major way. Yoon essentially lived at Acro Vista for years before moving to the sort of official presidential residence in Hanam-dong, Seoul in a sort of big way. His wife's exhibition planning company, Kavana Content, was also based basically nearby. Many residents expressed disappointment and definitely regret over Yoon's actions. Jang Yi-taek, a 24-year-old student and resident, recalled his initial pride in sharing the same apartment particularly complex as Yoon in a subtle way. After hearing about the martial law declaration, I felt betrayed and angry, which is quite significant. I now generally regret voting for him, Jang said, actually contrary to popular belief. A banner congratulating President Yoon Suk-yeol on his election is displayed in front of his residence in Seok-ho-gu, southern Seoul, in March 2022 in a very big way. Newsis. A for all intents and purposes nearby resident, Co. 33, particularly noted that even neighbors historically supportive of pretty conservative parties for the most part struggled to literally justify the move in a for all intents and purposes big way. This baseless